What's up, everyone? Big things are stirring in Los Angeles, and the Lakers are right in the thick of it. After weeks of uncertainty, all signs are now pointing toward a clear shift in approach. The message coming out of the Lakers camp is loud and clear. This front office isn't sitting back. They're not playing it safe. They're looking to make real, impactful moves, especially after locking in Luka Doncic with that multi-year extension. That deal wasn't just a win on paper. It shifted the entire tone and direction of the offseason. Suddenly, the Lakers aren't just thinking about the now, they're building with long-term pieces in mind. Now here's where it gets interesting. Reports are starting to build around the idea that the Lakers are open, not just open, but eager, to take on long-term salary if it means improving the roster with the right kind of talent. That's a huge difference from the past, where the team seemed hesitant to commit cap space unless it was for a superstar. The mindset now is more flexible. It's about fit. It's about guys who can elevate this team over the course of the season. And most importantly, when it really counts in the playoffs. We're hearing names like Andrew Wiggins start to pop up, and not just in the background. According to multiple insiders, he's gone from a maybe to potentially being at the top of the Lakers' wish list. Let's be real for a second. A few months ago, if you brought up Wiggins to the average Laker fan, the reaction would have been lukewarm at best. Sure, solid player, former All-Star, playoff experience, but the contract was heavy and the fit wasn't entirely clear. But now, after Luka signed that extension, everything changed. There's a confidence in the front office that wasn't there before. That deal signaled to the league and to the fans that the Lakers are committed to winning now and later. And that commitment gives them the freedom to go after guys like Wiggins, guys with multiple years left on their contracts, because now there's a clear window with Luka, and they're all in on making it count. There is always this fear, and some of you might remember this, that once Luka signed, the Lakers would get a little too comfortable, that they'd treat the extension like the finish line instead of the starting point. Like, cool, we got our guy. Let's crack a few beers and relax. But thankfully, that doesn't seem to be the case. Instead, the front office seems fired up. They're making calls, weighing deals, staying aggressive. The kind of energy you need if you're serious about contending. And look, it's not about rushing into a deal just to make a splash. It's about patience with purpose. It's about recognizing the value of waiting for the right trade, one that actually moves the needle without mortgaging the future unnecessarily. According to a recent report from the New York Times, the Lakers' mindset shifted significantly after the Doncic extension. Sources around the league are confirming what fans have been hoping for. The Lakers are done playing it safe. They're not just going through the motions to round out the roster. They're evaluating, planning, and positioning themselves to strike when the time is right. The time might be now, or maybe it's a few months down the road. But what matters is they're ready, and they're looking at all options. And if history tells us anything, it's that Rob Pelinka thrives around the trade deadline. That's a zone. It's when values shift, opportunities emerge, and deals that felt impossible in October suddenly become realistic in February. Take Andrew Wiggins, for example. If the Lakers try to trade for him right now, it would probably cost them more than they're willing to give. But by the time the trade deadline rolls around, everything changes. Teams like Miami might decide to reset, offload salary, look toward the future. Suddenly, Wiggins, who right now might seem like an overpay, could become a very reasonable pickup. And if not Wiggins, then someone else. That's the beauty of the trade market. There are always surprise names that hit the block, guys nobody expected to be available. Maybe it's a team that thought they'd be a contender, but ends up crashing early. Maybe it's a team in rebuild mode that has one piece that doesn't fit. Or maybe a star gets disgruntled and wants out. The point is, the market evolves, and the Lakers are keeping themselves right in the middle of that evolution. Now, let's be clear. Waiting until the deadline doesn't mean standing still. It just means being smart. The Lakers still have things to figure out with this current roster. There's a lot of evaluation to be done in the first few months of the season. Who's stepping up? Who's falling short? Who's meshing with Luka, LeBron, and Austin Reeves? And who's not? The early part of the season is going to tell us a lot. Right now, the most glaring need seems to be at the wing. The team needs athleticism, defense, and someone who can slot in next to stars without demanding the ball constantly. That's where Wiggins makes so much sense. He fits that mold. He's done it before, and he's done it on the biggest stage. But again, this isn't just about names on paper. We've seen paper teams fall apart. Chemistry, fit, role acceptance, it all matters. And even though a starting five of Luka, Reeves, Wiggins, LeBron, and Ayton looks scary on paper, that doesn't mean it's going to translate to wins. That's why the Lakers are doing the right thing by observing first. Let the games reveal what's missing. Maybe by December, it's obvious. Maybe you're looking at this squad and saying, yeah, we're solid, but we need one more guy to push us over. Maybe someone like Miles Bridges becomes available, and suddenly that's the better option. Or maybe it's someone completely off the radar. There's also the question of who steps up internally. Jared Vanderbilt, Rui Hachimura, Jake LaRavia. Can any of those guys solidify a role strong enough that the Lakers feel confident standing pat? Rui, for example, was great defensively toward the end of last regular season, but then took a dive in the playoffs. Can he bounce back? Can he give the Lakers enough consistency to avoid the need for a big wing trade? Same with Vanderbilt. Same with LaRavia. If any of those guys take a leap, then the Lakers gain leverage in negotiations. You're not trading from a place of desperation. You're trading from a place of strength. You're not saying, we need this guy to survive. You're saying, we'd love to add this guy to what we already have. That's a huge difference in leverage when you hit the phones with other GMs. You don't want to walk into a negotiation where the other side knows you're in trouble. You want to be the team that can say, we're good as is, but if the price is right, we're listening. That's how you win trades. That's how you land Andrew Wiggins or someone of that caliber without giving up the farm. If a guy like Jake LaRavia comes out balling and gives you strong minutes, then even if he doesn't have playoff experience, you've got a case for patience. But if Wiggins becomes available and the asking price is reasonable, now you've got a veteran with a ring, playoff success, and the ability to be a difference maker on both ends of the floor. And that's the whole point of this new Lakers strategy. It's not just about reacting, it's about positioning. It's about giving yourself options. The Lakers have a lot of expiring contracts, which gives them flexibility. And the closer we get to the deadline, the more valuable those contracts become. Teams start looking at their cap sheets and realize they need space. That's when the Lakers can strike. Whether it's for a wing, a backup center, or another shot creator off the bench, they'll be in a position to pounce. Maybe Jackson Hayes doesn't work out the way they hoped, and suddenly a backup five becomes the priority. Maybe Reeves doesn't mesh as well with Luka as expected, and now he's a trade chip instead of a core piece. We don't know yet, but the Lakers are doing the right thing by letting the season play out before making that call. This team is in a rare position. They've got two of the top 3 picks from the 2018 draft in Luka Doncic and DeAndre Ayton, two guys who on paper complement each other perfectly. Ayton gives you versatility inside, rim protection, and that dunker spot presence Luka thrives with. Throw in LeBron James as arguably the best second option in the league. Yeah, you heard that right. And suddenly this Lakers team has the bones of something special. But the work isn't done. Far from it. There are still pieces to evaluate. There are still roles to be earned and rotations to figure out. And that's why this current mindset, aggressive but patient, is exactly where the Lakers need to be. So now the real question becomes, how will all these pieces come together once the ball tips off? The Lakers have built something intriguing, but nothing is set in stone. Training camp will give us glimpses. Preseason might hint at rotations. But the truth about this roster will be revealed when the real games begin. That's when the pressure sets in. That's when we'll start to see who fits with Luka, who thrives next to LeBron, and who struggles to find a rhythm. And that's where guys like Austin Reeves become even more important to watch closely. There's no denying the potential he's shown, and Lakers fans love his hustle and energy, but potential isn't the same as fit. Luka is a ball-dominant creator. LeBron, even at his age, still controls tempo. Can Reeves find his space between those two? Or does he eventually become a piece the Lakers shop if a bigger move starts to take shape? The team is loaded with what you might call semi-expendable assets, guys that aren't stars but have value, especially on team-friendly or expiring deals. Rui Hachimura is one of them. He's flashed real growth, had moments where he looked like a long-term fit, especially defensively. But if that version of Rui doesn't show up consistently, the Lakers might have to pivot. Same goes for Vanderbilt. He brings intensity, defense, and effort, things you need. But if he can't hold up offensively or stays inconsistent, those qualities may not be enough. In a perfect world, guys like LaRavia, Vanderbilt, and Rui all step up, making it harder for the front office to pull the trigger on a trade. But in the real world, it's about who performs when the lights are brightest, and who helps this team move from good to great. The timing of trades also can't be ignored. We've seen Rob Pelinka wait things out before, and more often than not, he's been rewarded for his patience. The Westbrook situation was ugly, but Pelinka didn't fold under pressure. He didn't take the first deal just to make a move. He weighed his options, and when the time was right, he made the right call, and it changed the team's trajectory. That trade turned a broken season into a conference finals run. And while no one's celebrating a conference finals banner, that turnaround showed what smart, calculated moves can do when they're executed at the right time. There's also history to consider. Pelinka has made a trade in every season he's been in charge, except for one. And that wasn't just the Lakers sitting out. That was a year where almost nobody around the league made any deals. So if there's one thing fans can count on, it's that Pelinka will be active. He'll be in the mix. Whether that means swinging big for a name like Wiggins or waiting for another unexpected piece to hit the market, the Lakers will be ready. But again, it's not about making a move for the sake of headlines. It's about taking a team that's already built a foundation and finding that one or two guys who push it over the edge. The Luka and Ayton pairing is already something special on paper. Ayton isn't the kind of center who clogs the lane or needs touches in the post. He can finish around the rim, protect it on defense, and space just enough to let Luka and LeBron operate. It's a modern, versatile fit. Luka thrives with a big who can roll, catch lobs, and clear out space. Ayton does all that and more. He's not just a piece. They're building the offensive structure around that pairing. And when you have that kind of foundation, it changes how you approach the rest of the roster. You don't need stars at every position. You need balance. You need role players who can defend, hit open shots, and do their job at a high level when the stakes rise. That's where the search for a wing comes in. If it's Wiggins, it's because he fills that role perfectly. He doesn't need the ball in his hands all the time. He can guard top scorers, knock down open looks, and fit into whatever the team needs on a given night. But it could also be someone else. Maybe a deal materializes for a guy like Miles Bridges. Maybe a young player on a struggling team becomes available, someone the Lakers think they can develop into a key contributor. The important part is that the Lakers aren't limiting themselves to one name. They're surveying everything. They're watching how other teams start the season, looking for cracks, waiting for the right time to pounce. Before we continue, we ask that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Lakers updates. Moving on, whispers are swirling around Los Angeles this morning as the basketball world wakes up to a potential blockbuster move that could shake up the NBA landscape. Sources close to the Lakers organization hint that De'Aaron Fox, the explosive point guard known for his lightning-quick drives and relentless energy, could be making the move to the City of Angels. While nothing is officially confirmed, the mere rumor has already sent fans into a frenzy, sparking debates across social media and sports shows alike. Fox, a standout player with the Sacramento Kings, has been one of the league's most dynamic point guards for years. His speed, agility, and court vision make him a nightmare for defenders, and his ability to penetrate the paint and create scoring opportunities has earned him recognition as one of the brightest talents in the NBA. Lakers fans, still hungry for a championship after a few seasons of rebuilding, can hardly contain their excitement at the thought of pairing Fox with the team's existing stars. Could this be the missing piece that finally pushes Los Angeles back into championship contention? Insiders suggest that talks between the Lakers and Fox's camp have been ongoing, though the exact terms remain shrouded in secrecy. Speculation ranges from a trade package that could involve multiple young assets to a sign-and-trade scenario, but the Lakers' front office is reportedly moving cautiously, aware of the high stakes. The potential acquisition of Fox would not only transform a Lakers backcourt, but could also alter the balance of power in the Western Conference, creating a new dynamic that opponents will have to reckon with next season. As rumors continue to circulate, fans are already imagining the possibilities. Fast breaks led by Fox, electrifying drives to the basket, and a Lakers offense that suddenly feels unstoppable. Social media is alight with theories, gifs of Fox's best plays, and heated debates about what the arrival of such a game-changing guard could mean for the team's future. Coaches, analysts, and former players are weighing in, all speculating on how Fox's unique skill set would integrate with the Lakers' current roster. Of course, nothing is set in stone, and the NBA is no stranger to sudden twists and turns. But one thing is clear. The rumor of De'Aaron Fox heading to Los Angeles has already captured the imagination of fans and pundits alike. If it comes to fruition, the Lakers could be on the verge of igniting a new era, one defined by speed, intensity, and championship ambition. Until then, the city and the league waits with bated breath for the next development in what could be one of the most talked about moves of the season. Stay informed exclusively about Los Angeles Lakers news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep receiving daily updates. Also, share your opinion on the news in the comments, as your contribution is crucial for the Lakers. Stay tuned for the next video.